I'm getting ready to do that tank lift, 2-inch tank lift. I'm doing the coil and ignition relocate. I'm also doing a wire tuck at the same time. This video hopefully catalog the progress and help me out if I get jammed up on the wiring harness. Ultimately, we'll see the tank here get lifted up 2 inches, so it'll sit a little higher here, and all this plastic underneath here will ultimately come out. That's plastic, and the wiring harness is hidden behind that. We'll have to tuck the wires underneath the tank channel, and like I said, this plastic comes out. The coil and the starter will go on the other side of the engine here between the cylinders. So the instructions say that you can do it if you're not afraid, but if you are afraid, don't try it. At any rate, here we go. Got the seat off the bike, and I've removed the main fuse here from the battery. It just unplugs from in here. Basically, that's your fuse right there. Came over here to the coil and undid both of the cables from that, and so both the wires are undone from that. I undid the tank here, and I've got it lifted up. It's just propped up on a small piece of 2x4, and basically here you can see all this plastic right here. This whole thing is plastic. This whole thing's coming out, and it's going to get removed. Ultimately, this coil will move over to the other side of the engine like we talked about, and this starter's coming out as well, so it'll clean up this whole space right here in a minute. Okay, I've got all the plastic off, and basically I've got to disconnect all these wires here on this side and on the other side of the engine, and then reroute them up over through this channel here and up over the top underneath the tank. Okay, everyone talks about that really long wire. That really long wire that goes down all the way down the left side of the bike. I know I'm on the wrong side, but it's the only way to show you, because it goes down the left side of the bike, down the front underneath the engine, and then this is it right here. It goes deep under the engine there, and it's a little black connector, and it just pulls apart. I knew what I was looking for because I saw somebody else's video, and it still even looked confusing. Just pulled it apart and it came apart. Ultimately, it just looked pretty seamless, like it wasn't going to come apart, but it's 2 pieces, and it'll go back together just the same, because the other part of it is right here, and it should be fine right there. Hopefully I've got enough, it should reach, but we'll see. I just wanted to show you that real quick. That's that one last thing holding up the left side, and now it's all free to move up and over the backbone of the bike. Alright, I've got all the wires reconnected, or most of them reconnected. They go up over the backbone of the bike here, and so before I do the tank lift or finalize the tank lift, I'm going to have to get some kind of coverage here, something black. So I went to O'Reilly's and got a split-sided wire loom right here for the wire harness that comes up underneath the gas tank. So it cleans it up pretty good. Put zip ties down at the bottom, zip tie up at the top, and the tank lift is in place basically. So now I've just got to go in and connect the coil and the starter on the other side of the engine. Put back together, and I've got my coil and wires put in, my starter, my ignition's put in there, and we're ready to take it for a spin real quick.